Okay, YouTube, welcome back. So we have a customer here for an oil change. I'm not sure if he's aware of all his issues, but we're going to bring it to your attention. So let's show you. 138,000 miles, 512 on the clock, tire light flashing, maintenance light required. Maintenance required doesn't mean just an oil change, people. Maintenance required means your vehicle needs a maintenance inspection. And if it needs an oil change at that time, duh, do it. Last place was Jiffy Lube. They say change your oil at 138,345. So he's pretty close, and I'm pretty confident Jiffy Lube is a 5,000 mile oil change. But let's see where Jiffy Lube is doing the customer wrong. You ready? Because I will tell you this, excuse me, the Jiffy Lube technician didn't pull the dipstick and say, hey, Mr. Customer, do you know? This is just about empty. They're supposed to top this off. So 5,000 miles, and this is about empty. Look, no fluid. Ready to do this again. Barely any fluid on it. Let's zoom in. You can't even see it. It's all the way at the bottom. Next part of this service, right? So somebody said, hey, put a white rag or something next to the oil stick so they can see what's going on. So we're guessing this is a 5,000 mile oil change. Jiffy Lube was the last place to service it. They didn't advise the customer that you have a catastrophic failure potentially happening in your engine because they didn't check. So I'm going to get Caleb over here, my right-hand man, do the honors. Wipe the stick, pull it, and then re-stick it. So hold on. People were saying put it against white or something that you can't see. There's absolutely no oil on that stick, but that's not the true measurement. We're just showing you guys.
Well, and it's not burnt.
And it's not burnt. So how many quarts of oil is that low?
2.
At least
Probably.
2 quarts of oil, possibly, maybe a quart and a half. So we're going to say, if the previous lube tech brought this to the customer's attention, we're just giving an example, that the customer, they could have prescribed coming in at 3,000 miles, right? Instead of the 5, I'm betting Jiffy Lube's 5. And then not have catastrophic potential failure and wear in their engine. And the difference is coming to a guy like me, experienced guy. Caleb doesn't have the years of experience, but working side by side me, he's picking up that experience at an accelerated rate. Is this customer very maintenance minded? I don't believe so, because I see so many different problems. Either his maintenance technicians are lousy, or the customer just declines everything. We don't know the answer to that. So I got tire light, maintenance light on, road tests seem to be okay, hood struts are bad, both belts have cracks in them. I need to investigate why this is low. Could be from not being topped off. But this is where the quick lubes and people who don't care about you and your vehicle let you down. So for me, how this is going to go now is, hey, Mr. Customer, did you know that your oil is 2.5 quarts low? He may or may not be aware of it, and if he is, he's foolish because he's in the grenading zone of his VVTi engine, which is a great engine. Would I ever recommend a 5,000 mile oil change on an engine that's burning oil? Absolutely not. It's always a 3. At least at 3,000 miles, I can get a gauge on 1, 2, 3 quarts of oil, or no quarts of oil, or where it's at, and give the customer an idea of what's going on, right? So the lube shop failed here, in my opinion, and this oil consumption has always been there. I don't know if the customer's aware of it. We're going to make him aware of it, and then the lacking maintenance. But here you go. Now there's another customer. I got to shift gears to them and get them into a better oil change, getting near 140, 150K. What other maintenance is missed, I'm not sure, but I need to look at why there's barely any coolant in the system, belts are cracked, and a few other things. But this is about Jiffy Lube changing the oil. I'm sure that sticker's for 5,000 miles. The customer's a few hundred miles over 5,000 miles. And he's burned at least 2 quarts of oil in a 4.5 quart system, which is not good for your engine. But at least if he was here prior, right, instead of saying, oh, let me take the convenient route, which I call the inconvenient route, because what happens if he just would have went 8,000 miles on Jiffy Lube? Like, oh, there's more life in it because some dude, Richard Holdner, or some other technician, or some other YouTuber, or some other oil company said you can go 8,000 to 10,000 miles. This engine will not go 8 to 10,000 miles on a full synthetic oil with the internal problems and lack of maintenance. It will be bye-bye, blown up, rod knocking, blown time and chain. So at 5,000, he's 2 quarts. And you're saying go another 3,000 miles and change your oil, if not another 5, this engine would be blown up. So I call this, don't drink the juice. Don't believe the hype. There's many of these videos out here that I've done. There's a lot of people out here in the industry are just, I have no idea what they are. But why would they ever tell anyone that they can go 10,000 miles on an oil change? You can't. You can't tell your customers in the world that, yeah, go ahead. Your oil, test it, good. Your engine's saying otherwise. Your engine is saying otherwise. Thanks for watching.